As I prepare for retirement, I've noticed something unexpected. My emotions are all over the place. Some days I feel excited, energized by the possibilities, the freedom, the chance to finally live on my own terms. Other days, I feel nervous, unsettled, even a little lost. It's like riding an emotional roller coaster, and I'm learning to hold space for all of it. Retirement isn't just a logistical shift, it's a psychological one, and managing the anxiety that comes with it has become part of my preparation. I've spent years building a life around structure, responsibility, and identity. My calendar was full. My role was clear. My value was visible. And now, as I approach the edge of that familiar world, I'm stepping into something unknown. That unknown is full of promise, but it also stirs up questions. Will I feel useful? Will I stay connected? Will I know how to fill my days with meaning instead of just activity? These questions don't just live in my head, they live in my heart. They remind me that retirement isn't only about time management. In this new season, it's about identity management. These questions don't have easy answers, and that's okay. I've learned that anxiety often shows up when we're crossing thresholds, when we're leaving something behind, without yet knowing what we're stepping into. It's not a sign that something's wrong. It's a sign that something's changing. And change, even when chosen, can feel vulnerable. Retirement is one of those thresholds, a doorway into a new season that asks us to trust what we can't yet see. I've started naming my fears out loud, not to amplify them, but to disarm them. I've journaled about what I'm afraid of: losing relevance, feeling isolated, drifting without purpose. And I've also written about what I'm hopeful for: deeper relationships, creative freedom, spiritual renewal. Seeing both sides on the page helps me remember that anxiety and excitement often travel together. They're both signs that I care deeply about this transition, and I realize that fear and hope are not opposites, they're companions. I've also begun building emotional anchors, practices that help me feel grounded when the uncertainty swells. Maybe it's journaling, prayer, meditation, or simply pausing to breathe. These anchors remind me that even when life feels unpredictable, I can return to stillness. They don't erase the waves, but they steady me through them. In retirement, emotional anchors become the quiet strength that keeps me rooted in peace and resilience. Morning walks, breath work, gratitude lists, conversations with people who've walked this path before. These rituals don't erase the anxiety, but they remind me that I'm not alone, that I'm supported, that I have tools to navigate the emotional terrain. Anchors don't stop the waves, but they keep me steady when the waves rise. And sometimes, just knowing I have a practice to return to makes the uncertainty feel less overwhelming. One of the most helpful shifts has been reframing retirement not as a loss, but as a beginning. It's not the closing of a chapter, it's the opening of a new one, written on your own terms. Retirement isn't about stepping away, it's about stepping into freedom, into presence, into the chance to live with intention. When you see it as a beginning, every day becomes an invitation to grow, to give, and to dream again. I'm not losing my identity. I'm expanding it. I'm not stepping away from purpose. I'm redefining it. That mindset doesn't come naturally every day, but when it does, it softens the fear and strengthens the joy. It reminds me that retirement isn't about stepping back. It's about stepping deeper. It's about living with more intention, not less. I've also given myself permission to feel everything, to cry when I need to laugh at the absurdity of it all, to sit in silence when words don't come. Emotional honesty has become part of my retirement toolkit. Because pretending I'm fine when I'm not doesn't serve me. What does serve me is compassion for myself, for the process, or for the messy beauty of transition. And the more I practice compassion, the more I realize that retirement isn't about perfection. At the end of the day, it's about presence, not the rush of doing more, but the depth of being here, fully, intentionally. Presence is the gift we give ourselves and others, listening without distraction, savoring without hurry, living without regret. In retirement, presence transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary ones, reminding us that fulfillment isn't found in the future, it's experienced right now. I've started talking openly with friends who've already retired. Their stories remind me that these emotions are normal. They felt the same mix of excitement and fear, and hearing how they navigated it gives me courage. With patience, with curiosity, with grace. It reminds me that retirement isn't a cliff. It's a path. And every step, even the uncertain ones, moves me forward. So this week, I'm talking about the emotional roller coaster of preparing to retire. I'm naming the anxiety. I'm honoring the excitement. And I'm learning to ride the waves with grace, curiosity, and courage. If you're feeling the same, know this, you're not alone. And your feelings aren't a problem to fix. Because in the end, retirement isn't just about what we do. It's about how we feel and how we grow through those feelings into a life that's truly ours. The joy, the uncertainty, the gratitude, even the restlessness, they all become part of the journey.